You think you're being kind, but what if your kindness is the very thing pulling you out of God's will? The Bible makes it clear. Love everyone, yes, but that doesn't mean carry everyone. Some people are sent to drain you, distract you, and even destroy you. So let's talk about the 7 types of people God warns you never to help, no matter how good it looks. Number 1, the habitual fool. The first person God warns you never to help is the fool who refuses to learn. Proverbs 17:10 says, "A rebuke impresses a discerning person more than 100 lashes a fool." Think about it. You give them advice, but they laugh it off. You bail them out of trouble, and a week later, they're in the same situation. They don't want wisdom. They don't want change. They just want rescue. Their cycle becomes your burden. Their chaos drains your strength. And before you realize it, you're carrying problems that were never yours to begin with. God's mercy restores, but enabling rebellion destroys. If you keep carrying a fool, eventually their downfall becomes your downfall too. Number 2, the lazy. The second type of person you should never help is the lazy. Proverbs 19:15 warns us, "Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry." The lazy aren't lacking opportunity, they're lacking discipline. And every time you do for them what they refuse to do for themselves, you strengthen their weakness instead of their character. God calls us to bear one another's burdens, yes, but not to carry someone's excuses. Helping the lazy doesn't build them, it cripples them. Because the more you rescue them, the more comfortable they become in their comfort zone. The Bible is clear. You can encourage the weak, but you cannot carry the lazy. Number 3, the manipulator. The third type of person you should never help is the manipulator. Proverbs 6:16-17 says, "There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him: haughty eyes, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood." Notice what's listed first: pride and lies. And that's the weapon of a manipulator, twisting truth to get what they want. A manipulator doesn't ask for help. They guilt you into it. They know exactly how to pull on your emotions, your compassion, even your sense of duty until you feel trapped into saying yes. And what looks like compassion on your end often becomes control on theirs. You're not helping them. You're feeding their power. God never called you to be someone's puppet. If someone's need feels like chains on your neck, that's not help. That's manipulation. Number 4, the God-resistant. The fourth type of person you should never help is the one who resists God. Proverbs 29:1 gives us a strong warning. Whoever remains stiff-necked after many rebukes will suddenly be destroyed without remedy. These are people who know the truth but fight against it. They don't just stumble in weakness, they harden their hearts in rebellion. When you keep stepping in to shield them from consequences, you're not helping them. You're interfering with God's discipline. If you keep rescuing someone who's resisting God, you're standing in the way of what God is trying to do in their life. You may think you're showing love, but in reality, you're prolonging their rebellion. Number 5, the divisive person. The fifth type of person you should never help is the one who causes division. Titus 3:10 says, "Warn a divisive person once, and then warn them a second time. After that, have nothing to do with them." That's how seriously God takes this. Divisive people thrive on conflict. They stir gossip, pit friends against each other, and sow strife in families, churches, and communities. And if you're not careful, your attempt to help them only fuels their drama. Here's the truth: division is contagious. Stand too close to a divider, and before long, you'll be caught in the crossfire. God's word is clear. Protect your peace, and don't carry the weight of someone who's determined to tear others apart. Number 6, the ungrateful. The sixth type of person you should never help is the ungrateful. Luke 17 tells the story of 10 lepers who were healed by Jesus, but only one came back to thank him. Ingratitude isn't just bad manners, it reveals a heart that doesn't value what's given. Ungrateful people will take and take, but never honor, never acknowledge, never appreciate. And here's the danger. When you keep pouring into someone who refuses to value it, you end up empty while they stay entitled. God calls us to give generously, but he also warns us not to cast our pearls before swine. Matthew 7:6. In other words, don't waste what is holy on people who trample it. If someone can't honor the blessing, they're not ready to carry it. Helping the wrong people doesn't just drain you, it delays you. The enemy knows if he can keep you tied to the wrong voices, he can keep you from stepping into the life God called you to. So choose wisely. Some people are your assignment, but others are your distraction. Now I'll leave you with this. Are you building your future, or are you babysitting someone else's destruction? Type, Lord guide me in the comments if this spoke to you.